What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are the Distorted Theorists.
So, it's been a break. We took a little bit of time.
Just a little bit of rest and relaxation.
Yeah, we've been working on some other stuff and things have been coming in.
We got
passed across the desk.
We had Avalon Expo, which you guys are still seeing videos filter out from that. And you know what's coming on the way horizon just 2 weeks from now? We're going to be at Sci-Fi on the Rock here in Newfoundland. We cannot wait. But today
is another episode of Marvel Mondays.
Marvel Mondays is back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
We have moved past phase one. We're now into phase two. So
the fallout.
Well, pretty much, yeah. What basically happened after Thanos?
Well, at the end credit scene, you know, to take on the humans is to court death. But they seen some shit. They seen some shit in Avengers in phase one, and we're seeing them coming out of this and adjust to the new world, really.
Instead of just figuring out who they were, and now they realize there's a team, now there's going to be another world and universe of heroes that are going to be opening up.
It's not Earth-based so much anymore. I mean, Thor was obviously shedding some light, but now the universe is pretty much ripped open in the case of...
And that was kind of, well, that's the main idea of Iron Man 3, which I've got
Is that one of the best movies to date of Marvel, according to Scott, or...
The best Iron Man yet. Scott Mance, Access Hollywood. Hollywood?
Let's go. We're back in the game, guys, with Iron Man 3. Man, this ring light doesn't do us any favors. But, yeah, I mean, we got Ben Kingsley. Yeah, giving us... we're going to have to say that to the end. Yeah, Trevor Slattery. I can't do it as good as you. But anyway. But no, I mean, initial thoughts before we get into the trailer. What were you expecting going into Iron Man 3 when it first came out?
I honestly wasn't expecting a whole lot because at this point in time, I was in university, so there's a lot else going on. I knew I was big into the Marvel because, again, I was enjoying it from the very get-go. But I was like, what are they going to do with Iron Man 3? Like, we seem to have done all the things, and the big thing happened with the Avengers, so I didn't really pay attention to a lot of the trailers.
Like build-up.
Yeah, same. It was just kind of like, okay, it's the third Iron Man movie.
Gonna go see it. Right? Like,
I don't even know if I actually saw any of the trailer. I saw pieces of it. I remember seeing the Iron Patriot in trailers.
I vividly remember seeing Tony's, I'll call it Malibu house or house falling off the cliff. That I do remember from the trailers, but I also know that they made this trailer, I don't know if it's the one we're gonna watch, but in the trailers it was very dark, like this could have been the end of Iron Man. So I'm interested to see, do you want to see what we would have seen
I mean, I guess
10 years ago or whatever it was. All right, guys, without further ado, you hit them with the cover again. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into the trailer, reaction and review of Iron Man 3. Let's
I'm Tony Stark. I build neat stuff. I got a great girl. And occasionally, save the world.
Oh, I remember that.
So why can't I sleep?
He was obsessed at this point.
Yeah.
You elected me on a single platform. I will defend this country at all costs.
Yeah, there you see it, Iron Patriot.
The Mandarin must be stopped.
Biggest swerve in Marvel.
Well, at the time, yes.
You'll never see me coming.
About these attacks.
The whole world's gonna be watching.
The question, where is Tony Stark?
Things are different now. I have to protect the one thing that I can't live without. That's you.
Mr. Stark. All the suits are crazy.
Today is the first day of what's left of your life.
He was such a good bad guy, though. Like,
and that's great.
That's still dope. That was where he was just calling the suit for the first time, right?
I'm gonna offer a choice. Do you want an empty life or a meaningful death?
You're not a man. You're nothing more than a maniac. I'm not afraid of you. No politics here.
Just good old-fashioned revenge.
Ball.
Yeah.
We do need backup.
That's your department.
I actually just got killed with this part.
Yeah.
That's dope. See?
There's my boys.
His other Hulkbuster.
Oh man, I just got chills a little bit even watching that back, knowing everything we know.
And like I a lot of people don't like in the grand scheme of things. I've seen on message boards like Reddit, on Facebook, and all this other stuff. A lot of people did not enjoy Iron Man 3, and I don't know why. I'm not saying it's the best. Best Iron Man is Iron Man, hands down.
Yeah.
But Iron Man 3 is a close second, really and truly, because like from that trailer, it seems like it's going to be a very dramatic movie, and it was. It dealt with
like we could lose Tony.
Yeah, but it ended up being one of my favorite things because it let us see Tony at his worst.
Right.
He had lost the suit.
Yeah.
He basically,
as we know, if the what is it? What's the saying?
You're nothing without the suit.
Yeah, if you're nothing without the suit,
you don't deserve the suit.
Exactly.
And obviously
this is where he learned that lesson himself, really and truly, like you said.
And he made his potato gun, and he did all that stuff. So even in that fight that he has in the diner, when he figures out how to blow it, it was a heist movie, or not a heist movie. It was just like a buddy cop kind of thing, you know, like, and like a MacGyver kind of thing.
But like, how much do they swerve us here? Like, and speaking from my own experience, when I went into this movie, everything was Mandarin. You didn't even know about Aldrich Killian, is it?
Yes.
What's his?
Guy
Guy
Pearce.
Yeah. What's his bad guy name?
Killian.
No.
He's the Mandarin.
No.
He called himself the Mandarin.
The explosiveness part.
Extremist.
There you go. That's
but the extremist is what they put in everybody else.
But you didn't know that was coming till you got into the movie, kind of thing.
No.
Right? Unless you followed up with spoilers or whatever. But then the Mandarin, you could probably do the voice better, but he's like, "You'll never see me," and you're like Tony's fuck. But then he's like, well, as we know now, as the spoilers are out the window.
My name is Trevor Slattery of the Royal Shakespeare Theatre.
I got it.
And it was like, wait, what is this? And then you get to see that it was Aldrich Killian and his.
But don't you feel a bit slighted when that happened?
Oh, yes.
Like they took this Mandarin dude who built up and he sounded so cool, and Ben Kingsley was doing an awesome job, and I feel like they just nerfed him. You know what I'm saying? And that was a little pain in the ass, but I know this, like I said, during the trailer there just in, this was also the very beginning of Tony trying to figure out how to call his suit to him and not always have him. Because you see the progression from number one, he put on piece by piece. Number two, you're starting to see the briefcase. Then we get to Avengers. He's wearing the bracelets. He's kind of calling the whole suit, and now we're seeing him call piece by piece to himself to make the suit. And we all know where it went from there, ultimately down to nanotech, where it's built into this little tiny thing. And it's
well, because that was the thing. So again, like you said, he got the suit that he could go cull everything in. He lost the suit, so they had no power, and then he finally got his suit back. Then we had one of the best sequences, I think, out of the MCU when the plane basically blows apart, and
you gotta catch
the practical effects. Like, that was a team of skydivers that did for certain parts and everything. Now, obviously, there was no one being caught, but that was a wild shot that they had to do. And then you realize that he wasn't even in the friggin' suit.
No, it was being
it was
controlled,
remote.
Yeah.
It was a drone.
I think he was. Ultimately, he was putting all of his faith in the suit, and like you said, he got broken down, and that's what heroes often need to do. They need to be broken down. Just put in a little check. You know, you're a hero, but you're not always a superhero. If that is any kind of consolation to anyone. But ultimately, and then it kind of affects their relationship with Pepper Potts. I mean, this is where they started to a little bit butt heads because she was knowing that he was in danger.
There was so much that could have gone with. Like there was a little bit that they left out with that, because again we see him get the surgery to save him. Yeah. Which I'm looking at like, well, why didn't you get that done in the first place? Yeah. But then Pepper had the extremists, and they were like, so what do they do with that? And then I don't think they ever say that she gets cured of it.
I can't remember.
I don't think they do at the end of it. And then it never goes anywhere from there. We never see any of the other movies of Pepper with like, like never losing her mind.
And I mean, ultimately, again, the theme of this movie was where we first hear that, you know, Tony wants a suit of armor around the world.
Did he say that in this one, or did he say
he's
that?
working towards it?
Yeah,
I don't know if
'cause
he
he-
say it, but I mean, you can clearly see that he's working on
I
it.
definitely know the movie in which he does say that, but that's a movie for a different day.
Yes. And that, my friends, is the conclusion of our Marvel Monday for Iron Man 3. Show it again. Yeah! All right, guys, if you enjoy Marvel Mondays, as always, if you haven't already, please
Like, share, subscribe.
hit that button here, there, anywhere. I am the real Jussy.
I'm Peter Parkour, and like we always say on the channel, keep it real.